a delayed episode of Two Guys, One Team Bag. This is episode 8. We're coming back to you after a 10-day hiatus. I'm Adam the Randomizer, and with me, as always, is Chris Leroy. So I think tonight's topics, we're just going to keep it freeform. We have, as they say up here on the radio, it's an agenda-free Friday. So talk a little
Or
bit about Topps Chrome drop. What?
I said, or we can call it free balling. Let's free ball
Free
it.
balling Friday. How about we call it Free Balling Friday? That's
Let's
Free
do it.
Balling Friday. So we're going to talk a little about Topps Chrome and some of the updates that are going to be coming out, the Ben Baller drop, which should hopefully be in a couple of weeks too, and then we should be getting in. Yeah, so I think everyone's pretty excited about Topps Chrome being pushed up a couple of weeks. I think that's kind of a first, at least for a while, that Topps is actually pushing up a release day as opposed to pushing it back. So I know you're pretty excited about it, Chris.
Dude, I'm so excited for a couple reasons. A, that I literally have no life, and pictures of guys on cardboards really gets me excited. And B, that Topps Chrome retail is one of my favorite products. A lot of people don't realize, but retail on the Topps Chrome side, and I was looking, they did a lot of things differently this year. So I was looking at the sales sheet for Chrome Hobby and Chrome Retail. There's a bunch of new parallels, which is kind of scary. You can only imagine with this rookie class how much they're going to print of it. But
That's true.
but Topps Chrome Retail has always been loaded. You can hit red autos, superfractor autos, greens are exclusive to retail, but you can hit basically the whole rainbow except orange. Chrome autos we're talking about.
Right.
And what's weird, I noticed they moved waves out of retail this year, and they're hobby exclusive, which is fine with me. Let the hobby have them shitbox waves.
Yeah.
But last year I want to say last year we hit some blue waves and a couple. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I think waves were in retail last year. But I don't know, man. It's good news finally for once, and
Yeah.
it kind of a couple weeks ago, Dick's Sporting Goods dropped Topps Chrome blasters for pre-sale on their website out of nowhere, and they had a
Wow.
picture of what the blaster looked like,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that was interesting. I'm like, man, how the fuck do they know what the blaster looks like, and how are they releasing it so early? So I went on Steel City's website today, and they're selling retail and hobby, and it's showing a 9/16 release date. So that's good news for once.
That's excellent news. I was going to say too, because I remember seeing maybe I don't know if you posted or someone else posted it, but there was an update that went out. I know you mentioned the release date, but I feel like in one of the other maybe like the Bowman Chrome group or something like that, someone dropped the link in for the Dick's Sporting Goods pre-sale. Although I think they took the link down for a little while, or am I misremembering that? Because I feel like I
Yeah, I
tried
think
to
so
click on
too.
that link. Yeah, I remember trying to click on the link to be like, at least let me check it out. I've never really been a big Tops like the flagship brand guy, but this year might
Oh
be an
man.
exception. I mean, like we talked about, there's so many great rookies in this. You've got obviously J Rod, you've got Witt, you've got I think Wander's still having a rookie card in this as well too.
Yep.
Torkelson maybe as well too. I think he got the September call up as well, and he was doing pretty well in AAA. Maybe even Riley Green. I think we might get a Riley Green rookie auto in this as well. I think he's finally hit the threshold. So this checklist is going to be pretty deep, and I think this might be also one of those situations where it's not a bad idea to grab a couple of boxes just to keep and to flip eventually as well too. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I mean, I personally prefer ripping because I think it's fun, but sometimes it's not a bad idea to keep a couple of blaster boxes on the side because in a year or two from now, especially if J Rod keeps doing what he's doing and Witt keeps doing what he's doing, we'll I think those can really go up in value a lot too.
They're for one, they're still live on Dick's Sporting Goods. They're
Oh,
forty
they are
one
okay,
nine.
good.
They're 41.99. And here's one thing. My buddy told me who has distributor allocation. He said the
Mm-hmm.
MSRP that they're telling him, which is what he's supposed to at least sell it for, is $35 a blaster. So Dick's
Okay.
has them for 41.99. So I think you're going to see in Walmart. I bet you're going to see a $40 blaster of Topps Chrome. I think it's going to be
Okay.
40. It might be 34.99 in Target. Maybe if we're lucky, 29.99. But
Yeah.
the other disappointing thing from what I'm hearing, and I hope it's not true, is that the top guy Torkelson definitely is going to have a rookie card. Witt's definitely gonna have a rookie card. J Rod's definitely gonna have a rookie card. Wander, obviously, but apparently those three guys are going to be short prints in this product. They're not going to be.
Wow.
They're not going to have base rookie cards. That's what I'm being told. So I hope they do it better than they did last year when they put Kelnick in there and he fucking literally never came out. So
Yeah.
if they do say he's a short print in here, hopefully he actually is a short print.
Well, I remember I picked up a mega box of Topps Chrome just for shits and giggles. I think I saw it at Target. Like I found it in like a random site. I think someone was trying to stash it or something, so I just grabbed it. And I think I remember pulling a Kellenic purple, but this was way after the fact.
That's Chrome update
and I didn't
that you hit.
Yeah, Chrome update. Yeah, so I think it must have been the Chrome update then. I was gonna say so because I think he was a bit easier to hit in the Chrome update. But yeah, I remember people were really Kellenic was the hot name last year, and people were tripping over themselves to try to get him. And I don't remember seeing. Yeah, I don't remember seeing him coming out even too much in hobby either. I saw a few hobby breaks too, and it was
he had a real
struggle. And people.
He had autos in retail and hobby. We hit one like before the product came out. I got a blaster case, maybe two, about a week before hobby came out last year, and we ended up hitting a Kelnick auto redemption out of that product. But he didn't have a base rookie card. He only had he had autos in there as redemptions, and he had supposedly a super short print base rookie card. But the interesting thing is, Topps Chrome update this year is going to be off the fucking hook. Like, it's going to be off the hook. So you're going to have all the guys that come out and update this year, which will be hopefully Riley Green. So Torque, J-Rod, all these guys are going to have their base Chrome rookie cards in Chrome update. And dude, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Because so many guys, I mean, like, this is such a... I can't remember the last time where so many prospects, like big-time prospects, graduated at the same time. And if you're including Wander from last year, getting his own rookie card as well, too. I mean, basically the top four, because another guy we didn't mention, Adley Rushman. I mean, I wonder if
he's in next year's product. Too. Next year.
Okay, so he's going to be next year's product. But even just if you look in general, basically the top 4 to 5 guys, the preseason list, all of them made their debut this year. I mean, I think that the top. I think it depends on where you looked, but most of the prospect ranking systems had, like Adley 1, Bobby Witt 2, Green somewhere I think around 8. Who am I forgetting? J-Rod somewhere between like 3 and 5. So you're seeing. I can't remember the last time that many guys, they brought up that many highly regarded high level prospects got brought up. And also, too, you had at least, I'd say, 3 of the top 5. Oh, Torkelson, that's another one, too. They're really have at least lived up to the hype in some ways. I mean, I think at this point, it's safe to say that I think J-Rod's the front runner in spite of what Stumpy might think, but I think J-Rod's still the front runner for the AL MVP. That's not to say Witt hasn't had a bad season. Witt's had a great... Yeah, Rookie of the Year, I'm sorry.
Don't you dare take that away from Shohei Ohtani.
I'm sorry. Well, it's probably going to be judged. I don't think it's Shohei. It's going to be judged this year.
It's going to be Ohtani again.
What makes you say that? We'll get to that argument later. But, point being is at least, like, even Bobby Witt has lived up to, for the most part, lived up to the hype. I mean, he's had a great... I think if you look at some of these things realistically, because I think the hype that gets attached to these guys sometimes is a little bit too much. But he's had a great... Yeah. Oh, it's very unrealistic, but he still had a great rookie season. Adley, after he got off to a slow start, has been really good too. So it's kind of been a fun year, which is why it almost makes me think it's worth it even just to grab a couple of blaster boxes and just hold on to them for a little while.
Let me tell you something, and I promise you this. I promise you. When we're through our 3rd blaster case of Topps Chrome, I bet you we will have hit every top rookie auto that you could hit. I bet you we will... You're gonna ask yourself why, bro. Hobby, by the way, have you seen hobby prices of Topps Chrome?
I haven't. No, that's probably insane.
Let's look. Let's see.
Check. Let's check. Yeah.
This is fucking highway robbery. You want the next time I hear somebody talking shit about retail flippers, bro? I'm gonna send you a link to DA Card World, Steel City, and Blowout Cards, and ask them what kind of crack are they smoking? Is it the yellow crack, Is it the crack they got directly from Peru? Is it shit they made in the bathtub? Because they're smoking
Shit
some
made in the
crack.
bathtub.
I mean, like some fucking Walter. What's his name? What's his last name?
Walter White or
Walter White
or
crack.
Freeway Rick Ross.
Rick Ross
Freeway
crack.
Ricky Ross.
That's right.
Yeah.
Topps
Just
Chrome.
as a side note, this is a side. I think it's hilarious that people associate the name Rick Ross with a rapper and not with like Freeway Rick Ross.
Well, he basically stole the fucking guy's identity. It's a.
Oh, he did big time.
All right, so here we go.
And he sued him and lost too. That's a crazy thing.
Let's play a guessing game. If you had to guess how much a why is there two different prices? Oh, I was thinking that was a case price. That was one box. My bad. Hang on. Okay, if you had to guess 12 box hobby, 2 auto, 12 boxes in a case, how much do you think a case would cost? Take a guess.
I was thinking like around $1,000, maybe like about 1,500.
This isn't 1995. Come on.
Okay, fine. 4,000.
You're still off. Okay, let's get crazy.
So wait, hold on a second. You said there's 2 autos per case or 2 autos per box?
Per box.
That's what's throwing me off.
24 auto case.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So
just for some perspective.
Six and a half.
Just for some perspective here. 2018 Topps Chrome, arguably one of the best Topps Chrome products on the planet. You had Acuna rookie autos, Ohtani rookie autos. You get the deal. 2018. Yeah. A hobby box of Topps Chrome in 2018. That was 2019. A hobby box of Topps Chrome, 2 autos in 2018 was, I want to say I was paying about $95 for them. In 2018, okay? A hobby box this year, right now on pre-order, is $400, okay? A jumbo box of 5 autos, and for anybody listening, the 3 people that will see this, let me give you a piece of advice. Any product, whether it be baseball, football, anything that offers you 5 autos, you have to sit back logically and go, okay, they're selling a product that each box is guaranteed 5 autographs, which Topps Chrome HTA is 5 autographs. You have to understand how much of this product they're making, okay? So for them to fulfill thousands of cases, and each one of those cases has 8 boxes with 5 autographs in it, or no, 6 boxes. Let me double check. 8 box case, 5 autos. That's like 65 autos a case, right? 5 autos a box. There's 8 boxes in a case. It's like under 100 autos.
Yeah, it's like 50. Yeah.
Okay. So, for Topps to be able to guarantee 5 autographs in 1 box, that means they're literally standing outside of baseball stadiums, and anybody who's wearing a jersey with a hat, they're gonna go, "Hey, want to make $5 per autograph?
Yep.
Come sign this sheet of fucking." You played baseball before, right? No, like not right now, but you've touched baseball, right? That's how it starts, and then it goes, well, you're here at a baseball stadium, so you've obviously seen baseball before, right? Like you've seen it on TV. Just sign these. That's basically what Topps Chrome HTA is.
Oh, of course.
You are going to pull relief pitcher autos. You are going to get, out of 40 autos in a case, 36 of them are going to be relief pitchers that you've never heard of. Anytime you see a product that they have to guarantee 5 autos per box, stay away from that fucking product as far as you can, because your odds of hitting somebody good are so. People say 5 autos, and by the way, that is a $879 box. By the way, you are gonna pull, and I guarantee you, if you open 100 of those 5 auto boxes, you will be lucky to pull 1 of the top 3 guys. You will be fucking lucky. Stay away from that shit like the plague. If you want to buy hobby, buy hobby, 2 auto hobby. It's crazy. I wouldn't buy it at $400, and that's just pre-sale. Once the product drops, chances are the prices are going to go up. Once they see what Wander Autos are doing, even though he's hurt, I guarantee you J Rod's going to have an auto in there. They're going to do the same thing they did last year with Kelnick. Is his base? He's not going to have a base rookie card, but he's technically going to have a rookie auto. I guarantee it. So you're going to have J Rod rookie autos. You're going to have Torque rookie autos, Witt rookie autos, Wander rookie autos. The prices are going to go crazy for the first couple weeks, and they are going to fall off a cliff like me when I try to bend over on an unstable chair to tie my shoe. It's going to go down that hard, and it's going to go down fast. Look at, just to put it in perspective, you could buy a case, a 12-box case with 1 auto per box of Bowman Hobby right now for a little over $3,000. This year's Bowman Hobby is so fucking underrated. It's insane. There's an auto on every team, by the way. Ellie De La Cruz is a stud. A stud. His first autos
his stuff, in there. Yeah. His stuff is, you know what's weird about Ellie, just as a quick digression?
What does that mean? Is that thing you have to do for a PhD?
That's a dissertation.
Oh, okay.
A digression, not yeah. It's not a bowel movement either. Anyway, no, just a quick side note. I feel like it's funny. A person we know hit two Ellie De La Cruz mega autos, and for some reason his mega autos, in my opinion, are not selling for what they should be.
I agree.
They should be going for a little bit more than that, and I think and I agree with you. I think that especially this year's Bowman, the hobby, it's very underrated. And I think that the price has actually gone down quite a bit on those as well, too. But kind of getting back to your point, I mean, you're absolutely right. That's kind of why I always would stay away from those Chrome and Series 2 jumbo boxes that had like the 5 autos, because you rip them open. And you're right. How many, you pretty much are going to go 5 for 5 with garbage middle relievers. Like, that's what it is. And that's or a starting pitcher, like the Washington Nationals, like 4th starter.
You're not going to get a starting pitcher. You're not even going to get that lucky.
Exactly, yeah. Like so basically, you're a guy who maybe played for like all of it, had like 3 appearances, had like an 8.9 ERA or an 8.95 ERA.
I pulled a guy last year that had a 32 ERA. I'm not even kidding.
I believe it. So you feel like you've done a better job of hitting the high end autos
out of retail. Not even a question.
Out of retail, yeah.
I have been personally ripping Topps Chrome retail. Fuck, man. Consistently for 7-8 years. Okay, myself. I've been breaking Topps Chrome retail since 2018. Okay, so what's that? It's 2022. You carry the 1. That's like 10 years that I've been ripping Topps Chrome retail on breaking it. Every single year, we have hit the best autos you could hit out of retail. Now, again, when it comes to Topps Chrome, when it comes to retail in general, and people who see this that might not know the room, might not know me, they're like, oh, this is another guy fucking buying blasters at Walmart. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, I believe in sealed cases. When you rip sealed cases of stuff, it's evenly packed out. It's not guaranteed, but it's pretty consistent that you're going to hit, Topps Chrome, you're probably going to hit 5 to 7 autos out of a case, right? And you can go back in our room, retail breaks, and look over the last few years and look at some of the Topps Chrome blaster cases that we did. The hanger boxes that they started doing in 2020, it seems like those things are loaded with image variations. A lot of the image variations came out of Topps Chrome. One thing they did add to Topps Chrome this year that I thought was interesting is, let me look real quick. So Steel City is pre-selling blasters and blaster cases of Topps Chrome. Blaster case is $2,200. Okay, that's 40 blasters. So you're probably, you're going to get 5 to 7 autos on there out of there, and you got a pretty good chance to hit somebody good. But at a Topps Chrome in general this year, they added vet autos. So anybody that doesn't know, Topps Chrome has been a rookie auto product forever. You can only pull rookie autos at Topps Chrome. So this year they added, which I think is pretty cool, they added vet auto variation autos. So kind of like in draft where they do not necessarily a first Bowman draft pick auto, but they'll do a variation of a guy that was in an earlier product. So
correct.
Chrome,
Yeah, like a prospect. It's like a prospect variation auto.
So Chrome Veteran Variations autographs is new this year. So there's refractors. This is retail, by the way. There's refractors, purple speckled refractor autos, purple refractors, aqua wave, blue refractors, blue ray wave refractor autos, green refractors, gold, red, and printing plates. So you can't hit supers of those. The regular
do you have
autos.
a list of the? Do you have
Oh, you
the vet
can
list?
hit. That's right. You can't hit super autos at a retail. You can hit red autos though.
Okay. Do you have a list of the vets that they're the vet autos?
No, the checklist hasn't come out yet.
Oh, they haven't dropped the checklist yet. Okay.
No.
I mean, hopefully you'll get some of the big names. I mean, you're hoping.
Yeah, I'm sure the drops will be in there. Now they always did. They always did vet autos in a relic form at Topps Chrome, so you could get those prime patches, whatever the fuck they're called. But
or like the big plastic thing or whatever.
Here's the reality of between September and January. Okay, as far as baseball goes, this is arguably our best baseball season for rookies, since 2018. But we haven't seen any products because everything is pushed back so far. So you got Topps Chrome being pushed up, thank God, and it's already 2-3 months late. So Topps Chrome's going to drop, and I guarantee you the reason why they're dropping Topps Chrome now is because Bowman Chrome might not happen this year. I guarantee you that's why they're pushing it up. So this is gonna have to last until November, December, and then maybe we get Bowman Chrome, and then maybe we get Bowman Draft. Like, it is so fucked up, it's crazy. And Topps, I will keep saying this. I'm gonna have my daughter chop this up, and I'm gonna post it on their Instagram page. Topps, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Why you haven't put out a press release at this point saying, hey guys, this is what the deal is. This is what's coming out in this calendar year. I know you've already were expecting Topps Chrome. It was late. We worked our magic. We got it pushed up. Bowman Chrome might not happen this year. Draft might not happen this calendar. Be fucking honest. I don't understand why they
can't be transparent. They got to be transparent. It's something like I said. I think we talked about this a few episodes back too, and it's the same story of you just have to be transparent. It's better for business. If they were just upfront with people and said, "Hey, sorry guys, this is the issue that happened.
So much more.
We're sorry.
So much more.
Oh yeah, I mean, at least people would be disappointed, but they wouldn't feel like they were being taken for a ride. They wouldn't feel like they're getting taken advantage of. But I think that's something that their customer service. It's just. Their customer service has never been all that great to begin with. Panini's isn't anything to write home about either, but neither one of those have been any good. I did notice someone, I think it might have been Sharp, posted earlier, who's expecting us to talk some fantasy football tonight. I don't know if he was being sarcastic or not. I don't think you want to get. Yeah, I don't think you want to get draft advice from Chris Leroy, to be honest.
No, but I am ready for the Ohio State game tomorrow night. That's for damn sure. I think what we should do. They're playing Notre Dame Saturday night.
Oh, right. That's right.
For opening day. I think what we should do is plan on next Tuesday. We could talk some football, see if Sharp will come on, and see if we can schedule it.
Absolutely. I think that's that is a much better idea.
I'm just now seeing the comments. I didn't even have the comments pulled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max Brown said,
well, I mean, we got another.
Jason Dominguez is having an amazing season. Hitting 280 with 13 homers. Almost 40 steals. Really? He has almost 40 steals? Wow. That big motherfucker?
I didn't know that. Wow. I didn't know that.
Bro, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s cards it's a shame, man. It's an absolute shame.
Not a bad time to buy if you want to get him for Vlad Jr. It's very odd to me. I mean, speaking of fantasy, someone I took in the first round with my fantasy baseball draft, and he hasn't been horrible. He's been not after what he did last year. I think people didn't really recognize, or maybe we all didn't recognize how much missing that month of that month of spring training really affected a lot of the players, especially offensive players. I felt like it took like a month to a month and a half for people just to get into the swing of things. And you look across the board. I mean, I think the major league like the current major league batting average is still like 235.
It's crazy.
Which is, I don't think it's been that low in 20 years, which is insane. So, I think that to me, I think that's a big part of it. Not having that time to really prepare, it affected them, and I think we saw that. I mean, the one player that I kind of point to, I know people got, in fact, I mean, I think he's playing much better now. He also got hurt. Was, when Trevor Story signed with the Red Sox, he basically had 3 days of spring training because he signed in the middle of spring training, or like a week and a half into spring training when he finally signed. It was like the second to last big free agent to sign. Then, his wife had they had a baby, so we literally had 2.5 days of spring training. So we got off to a horrible start. Yeah, Soto hitting 245, 250. That's, you wouldn't expect that to happen with a guy like him. And I think part of it was the lack of spring training. Part of it was the steaming pile of crap lineup he was in, the steaming shit pile he was playing for in Washington. But I wonder if next year we're going to see a correction where guys like Vlad Jr. gets back to that 320, 50 home run, 120 RBI level, and same thing with Soto too.
The other weird thing is, this is my second beer, and I'm already slurring my words. 2 beers. I weigh.
That's enough. You're cut off.
I weigh. I mean, I'm close to a quarter ton. I'm that fat. And how is it possible that 2 beers could possibly get me fucking? Come on, medical shit. How is that even?
Tolerance. It's tolerance. I'm saying it's tolerance. I mean, if you're not drinking every day, it doesn't take that much to get you pushing over the top. No, you do not. I can tell you that right now. You of all people, especially, should not start drinking every day. You should do the opposite and just put the beer away, probably in your case.
What if I boof it?
Yeah.
Like Steve-O. I'll see if my wife will do it. Jen! Maybe I could do it live on camera.
Yeah, you want to get her? Please don't. Then that'll really get us kicked off the air. Are we being sponsored by YouPorn now? Basically, if you want to have her shove a beer up your ass. For those of you that don't know what boofing is, don't Google it. It's not worth knowing.
Definitely Google it
that right now. Yeah, no. Well, let me phrase that. If you Google it on incognito mode.
Do it in front of your wife.
Make sure that.
Be a man.
Yeah, because if you value your marriage. Anyway. But yeah, no. So anyway, back on track a little bit here. So like I said, I wonder. The funny thing is, the only exception to that rule really has been Aaron Judge, the way the season he's having for the Yankees right now.
It's almost like it. I don't understand Aaron Judge thing. I just don't understand. Like, the guy, as sure as the sun is going to rise tomorrow, Aaron Judge is going to miss 50 games.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just, you could put it in the bank. And this fucking guy manages to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
He's seeing the ball better than he's ever seen the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to fucking hit 60 home runs if he stays healthy. He's going to do it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And quickly,
mm-hmm.
he could hit 70, and he's still not winning the MVP, by the way. You want to know why?
No, it's not going to be Ohtani.
It's going to be Ohtani.
You can beat that drum, but here's the thing. How can you realistically give the MVP? Like, I know you're joking, but there's really no way you can give the MVP again to Ohtani.
I'm not joking. Of course I'm not. Bro, he has over 10 wins and 30 bombs.
His team sucks, number one.
It doesn't matter. His
WAR is still
higher.
Judge is
look at that shit.
Judge is basically carrying the Yankees right now. Like, offensively.
If it wasn't for Ohtani, the Angels would be fucking whatever they have, 7 wins for the season, they would have 0. If it wasn't for Ohtani, literally won the game the other night with his 3-run bomb.
I saw that. Yeah.
The only games they win is when he fucking starts. The guy is responsible for 90% of the wins that the Angels have.
You're making me argue. Like, I feel so gross right now because I feel like I'm arguing for a Yankees player, which disgusts me on so many levels. But Judge is hitting 360 home runs. Like what he's going to finish with 60 home runs. He's going to finish with 25 stolen bases.
What Ohtani is doing is unprecedented. Well,
if Judge goes over 60, that's fairly unprecedented too.
No, it's not. He'll be the fucking second Yankee to do it. Someone's already done it.
Not for 50 years they haven't.
Ohtani's going to win. He's going to win it.
I don't think so.
Ohtani is the face of baseball, whether you like it or not. What do you see?
For now.
What do you see when you turn on the headlines? Do you see Judge hit 51, or do you see pictures of Ohtani and Babe Ruth posted next to each other saying Ohtani did this and it hasn't been done since 1935? What do you see every day?
Lately, it's been more Judge, to be honest, because he's getting closer. And
you
closer
live in the
60.
Northeast.
Exactly. So.
Turn that geotag shit off and fucking.
What you want me to
at the internet?
Put on the VPN and set my location to to the Midwest and see what people say.
Exactly.
I don't see it.
Ohtani's winning it again.
I don't see it.
He's going to end up the season. There's a very real possibility that Ohtani finishes up with 40 bombs. Okay. There's a very real possibility that he squeaks out a few more wins. He's going to have, what, 150 strikeouts? I think he already has that, doesn't he?
Close to it.
Yeah, he's going to have over 150 strikeouts, over 10 wins, over 30 bombs.
Yeah, but I mean,
his ERA is under 3.
I don't think it's under 3. It's like 3.5. I thought. I thought it was like 3.5.
No, it's like 2. It's like 2.7, I think. I'm telling you, man. That motherfucker.
Well, to respond to this person, I can't see who it is. I think you have to value. I think when you're looking at playoff performances and postseasons, that's more in terms of career-wise, like who's the greatest player of all time, who's the greatest position of all time, et cetera, et cetera. Winning is a factor. Like, you can't just dismiss winning. It's why, for example, if you want to talk football, Peyton Manning cannot be in that conversation because of how many times he shit down his leg in the playoffs, and the fact that he basically rode that unbelievable defense's coattails against a completely overmatched Carolina Panthers team.
Ohtani ERA 2.67, by the way.
Oh, really? I thought it was 3.5. Okay, no. So he's okay. It's gonna be Judge. I would be somewhat surprised if it was Ohtani.
He leads the Angels in plate appearances and starts.
But does he lead baseball? It's not about what he does for the Angels. It's what he does for baseball. And I think right now
the buzz is around
Judge. And don't forget
this. How many strikeouts does Judge have right now?
Well,
how many innings has he pitched?
0, obviously.
So he's going to end up with 20 more bombs than Ohtani.
And easily. And he's going to end up with a higher batting average too. The batting average is going to be at least 20 to 30 points above him. The RBIs is going to be way above him.
Ohtani won the MVP last year with a 285.
But again, I think that Judge is just having that. Plus, you're forgetting the most important factor. He's on the Yankees. I mean, as much as I hate it, he gets a bump for that, which is stupid, but he's going to get it.
No,
so
we'll see.
I think NL MVP is Goldschmidt. That's. I think
and he fucks harder. I guarantee he fucks harder. Guarantee it.
Guarantee what?
He fucks harder. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I mean, that's got to count for something.
I mean, maybe if maybe for your wife it would, but I don't know. Anyway, but I would say to the person, I'd say yes. I think Goldschmidt is the NL MVP, and I think that's another one that's pretty much locked.
Yeah, I think Goldschmidt's got that locked.
Yeah, I think so. And just like I think at this point, American League Cy Young is most likely going to be Verlander. I know he just got hurt, but if this is a minor injury, I don't see how you don't give it to Verlander.
A quick aside. Quick aside.
Yeah.
Last year, when he was up against Vlad, what kind of season did Vlad have? I know he didn't hit 60 bombs, but
no, he had a great season. I mean, what was it? 310, 48 home runs, 120 RBI, something like that. Yeah.
Right. Which is pretty comparable to.
Yeah, but again, like if Judge gets that 60 home run mark with everything else he's doing, I think that's what's going to push him over the top in a lot of people's mind. Like if if he sets the American League record for home runs at like 63 or something, or 64 or something like that, which is not out of the realm of possibility at this point. I think that
Ohtani has set the American League record for a million things: home runs in innings pitched, games started as a pitcher and as a hit. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Ohtani will finish this year with probably 20 fucking American League records.
Right.
Whether you like it or not.
And I think if his team was in the playoffs, it probably would help a bit too. And I think that's another thing.
His teams weren't in the playoffs last year either.
I guess so, but I think what he did was so unique and so special that it was hard to argue against
He's
it.
doing the exact
But also, but
same.
you think about it this way, like let's go back and look. When does a team? Here's the thing too. I think it's interesting to look at because in almost every other sport, if your team doesn't make the playoffs, you're not winning an MVP. Like I can't think. I mean, basketball, because usually if you're the best player on your team in a sport like basketball or football, you've brought your team to the playoffs. You have to. You're good enough.
Of course.
Individually, you're good enough to get yourself to that point. With baseball, it's a little bit different. But I'm just trying to think back on, and I can't remember who won it 2 years ago. I mean, I know that what was it? Harper won it last year, 2 years, whatever, or not 2 years. They didn't. Yeah, whatever it was, or Freddie Freeman, I guess, was a couple of years ago. But for the most part, I think if you are, you get like a bump in the eyes of the voters if you are the best player on one of the best teams. You know, at one point the Yankees were were the best team in the American League. Now they've kind of hit it pretty badly, but or they've kind of hit had a pretty bad stretch. But it's hard to argue against that. Someone's saying Kyle Wright. Is that Sarah? There must be Sarah saying Kyle Wright in the NL for Cy Young. I'll tell us right now, absolutely not. It's going to be Sandy Alcantara. Oh no, that's Alcantara. Sandy Alcantara.
No, Max Brown said Kyle Wright.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kyle Wright. I'm sorry. Okay, Max. Sorry. Sandy Alcantara is probably going to be the Cy Young Award winner.
Is Kyle Wright the guy who just had 17 Ks the other night?
No, that was
Strider.
Strider, yeah, Spencer Strider. Yeah, no, I have Kyle Wright on my
What's up, Tyson?
17 wins. He's leading the league with 17 wins right now.
Here, well, let me give you one last point on my Ohtani argument. Last year, any other fucking year, and twice on Sundays, Vlad would have been unanimously the MVP last year.
Right.
Not even close. Yeah. Last year, right? Mm-hmm. But he ran into that buzzsaw named Ohtani. Yeah. This year, the same thing. If Ohtani wasn't in the mix, there is not a player. It would be unanimous judge, 100%.
Right.
But what Ohtani is doing is something so incredible, so special. It hasn't been done. It's never been done at this level. And it's never going to be done at this level ever again. This is a one-time window that we're going to see.
Never say never. There's only one Ohtani, but you never know. Another guy could come along.
I hope so. I love it. It's exciting for the game of baseball.
Oh, it does. It's great. It absolutely is. 100%.
But I just don't see it, man. I just the guy. Look, I know people. He's hitting 260 right now, 265. Yeah. The guy. All you heard in 2018 was this guy's made of glass. He's going to constantly get hurt. This guy has fucking been rock solid for the last almost 2 years. He's not only not missed any starts as a start. Well, he might have missed a start last year because of a blister. But
he missed a bunch of starts last year. Toward the end of last year, that was the concern.
No, he didn't miss a bunch of starts. They pulled him a couple times because of a blister, and then because he wasn't in the they weren't really in the mix, so they weren't starting him as regularly. But as soon as the MVP talk started happening, he told them, hey, I want to go out there and I want to start every 5 days or whatever it was. You know what I mean? But that's just my thought. I think as long as Ohtani is doing what he's doing on the plate, I'm not biased.
Not biased in any way, shape, or form.
All right, you ready to hang this up? We got to give Sarah her fucking.
Yeah, I think so. Unless there's any pressing questions people have, I know. Let's talk NL Rookie of the instead of Ohtani Diaz. NL Rookie of the Year is probably going to be Spencer Strider. That's my prediction.
Yeah, it has to be,
especially after the showing he just had. Yeah, after the showing he just had. The guy's been unbelievable.
It has to be. Can you imagine the fucking odds of that? Whoever took that bet.
Oh, I know. I never would have seen that coming. Never.
Sarah knew it all along. She posted it on the room. Spencer Strider was.
I mean, Harris. You can make the argument for Harris too. I think it's still going to be Strider, but you can make the argument. Yeah, Atlanta. I mean, even I'm gonna put the Braves over really quickly here, but even in spite of who was their GM? Was it Alex Anthropoulos or whatever? Giving out those sham contracts or whatever, or whatever it was that got them in trouble. They still are like a player development machine. They still are pumping out these outfielders. They're still pumping out these pitchers. I mean, the closest thing to it I can compare it to is like the way Cleveland develops pitching. But Atlanta, man. they just keep spitting them out. I don't know.
It's unbelievable.
And now Shea Langler is off to a good start too. So
He's a go center. Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
where do they? It's crazy. It's like Cleveland probably has the lowest payroll in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
They have the youngest roster in baseball, and they're like this fucking fly that just won't go away, and it just swarms you,
Mm-hmm.
and it just that's the way Cleveland and they've been like this for the last
Yeah.
few years. They develop their
Yeah.
pitching and to where they can have a mediocre offense, but their pitching is so stacked that they contend. It's
Mm-hmm.
if they have this much more hitting, they are going to be a real fucking problem.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What with Cleveland, I mean, yeah, keep in mind that in general, the division that they play on
Yeah,
is a
I get
giant pile of shit
it. Yes,
for the most part.
I
Like
agree.
they have not a good. I mean, outside of Chicago, but you're absolutely right in the fact that they take advantage of having just excellent pitching. I mean, now Tristan McKenzie. It's funny
Crazy.
because I remember when they traded Mike Clevenger,
Yeah.
I thought that they got a bunch of basically spare parts for him. They didn't get any of San Diego's top guys. But one of the guys that
Didn't
did
they
get was
get
Cal
Jimenez in that
Quantrill.
trade? I think they got Jimenez in
No, that was they got him from Lindor. That was Lindor.
Oh, Lindor,
He
you're
came
right.
from New
I'm sorry.
York.
Yeah,
Jimenez and the other guy, I can't think of the other guy's name. They got him from Lindor. That's another one too. Like I don't think people saw that coming. I mean, that's
that
another
kid's a
time where people
stud.
felt like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
been a lot better than I thought he would be.
And fucking
Andrew Simon
Kwan,
is.
who he didn't even have a
Yeah, I
first
don't know. What they
moment.
got.
Where the fuck did he come from?
Never, no idea. Again, another guy that just blew up on the radar. So but they're still able to find these guys who end up, like Cal Quantrill. People are like, yeah, decent player, but when you looked at the guys that got back for a pitcher like Clevenger, this was before he got hurt. He was considered an ace. He was one of their better pitchers, and he's another guy they got for like they fleeced the Angels for. He was another guy. But again, they just somehow find a way to identify these starters and turn them into stars. Like Shane Beaver was not a well-regarded pitcher coming. I mean, he was drafted like the 4th or 5th round. They turned him into a Cy Young winner, a 2-time All-Star Cy Young Award winner. So it's crazy.
Guys,
And I think Atlanta's a
disgusting.
lot. Oh, I know. And Atlanta's the same way too. They keep pumping out all these like elite outfielders. These, Grissom is another guy too that they another guy they pumped out as well. They already had Ozzy Albies and Acuna locked up, and now they traded for Max Fried, was a great pickup. But you're right, like the Kyle Wrights of the world,
Yeah.
and now Stride. I mean, like it's to me like that's if you're going to model yourself after a team. Right now, I think that's probably the way. The way to go is either doing the Cleveland model or the Atlanta model, at least right now.
Yeah, Max. Eloy just hurts my feelings. Eloy should be that fucking guy. Just can't catch a break, man.
Yeah.
It's just when that dude is healthy, and he like, I don't man. He just has these flashes of greatness, and it's just like you're just waiting for fucking Eloy to take off, and then just something happens. It's just so aggravating to see.
Agreed.
Like Tatis. You hear Adidas just dropped him too?
Really? Wow.
He lost his endorsement. I think it was with Adidas. And Fleshlight dropped him. He did.
Did you negotiate that deal with Fleshlight for him?
I did.
I was gonna say, when it comes, but with Tatis, like we said before, give it a couple. He'll come back next year. When he comes back, if he's playing at an elite level again, exactly. All of a sudden, Nike's gonna show up.
They got to put him in a
contract.
corner. They got to put him in a corner. If they keep him in the infield,
yeah.
Which it's good though that he's getting the shoulder surgery finally. I'm slurring my words after 2 years.
Yeah.
He's getting the shoulder surgery. Thank God. So hopefully he rehabs from it. Hopefully they don't test him and he can take more steroids and be better. But
exactly.
Because I still have some nice cards at him. All right, let's end this. I'm gonna go drink another beer and then I'll be in a coma.
Unless they're gonna pass out then. All right, guys. We will see you all
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, I think the regular time next week. Thanks for joining us on the Friday night, guys.
8:00 Tuesday. We're gonna talk some fantasy football. Maybe we'll have a guest, Chris Sharp. He's a moderator in Retail Breaks. If you're looking for dick jokes, modestly handsome, overweight gentleman that almost died from COVID, would be me. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Modestly handsome.
I'm trying to be modest.